Welcome back to another week, another video at From Vision to Legacy. I'm your host, Erica Marie, and this week we are going to talk about the hidden power of small wins and how you can use them to gain momentum in your business and your life. So, have you ever felt like you're making progress, but it's just not happening fast enough? Sound like you? If so, this video is for you. So, small wins can actually create momentum. They can help you build confidence and consistency to help you reach those bigger goals when you break them down into smaller steps. Okay. So that's what this video is all about this week. That's what we're going to talk about. How you going to use those small wins to build momentum so you can start crushing your goals. So let's get to it. First up, we're going to talk about the science of small wins because it matters, right? So anytime you have a win and you celebrate it, your brain releases a chemical called dopamine. And this actually boosts your motivation. Okay. So over time, the more you celebrate those small wins, the more confident you become, the more momentum you get, and the more motivated you are to go after your big goals because those small wins add up. So the key is to win, celebrate it, win again, celebrate again, and then win some more and celebrate some more and keep it going and going and going, right? Because the more wins you have, the more goals you're going to reach. All right. So you got to celebrate even the small ones. Even if your win is just getting out of bed this morning and doing some work, right? Or making a post or reaching out to a prospective client or customer and telling them about what you do or what you offer or what you sell, right? That's a win because you're putting yourself out there. It's going to help you gain confidence. The more people you talk to, the more people that know about you, the more relationships you build, the better off you'll be. All right. So, since those wins compound over time, what you think happens? If you don't know, that's all right. I'm going to tell you. That's what I'm here for, right? So, over time, as you're celebrating these wins, right? You're boosting your confidence, you're boosting your motivation, you feel yourself gaining momentum because you're starting to become bolder, right? Everything gets better with time. You get better at running your business with time. You get better at making sales with time, right? You get better at doing videos with time. Like, look at me, right? If I didn't start in January, we all got to start somewhere, right? If I didn't start in January this year, I wouldn't be at, ooh, how many videos is this? This is like number 8 or 9, right? I started and I just kept going. I've been consistent. I've been doing it every single week. That's a win. Every time I get a video recorded and scheduled to go out on YouTube, it's a win for me. Why? Because I'm being consistent. I'm building my motivation, right? And I know sooner or later, enough people's gonna see it, and I'm gonna get the wins that I want. So I'm gonna keep reaching out. I'm gonna keep recording these videos. I'm gonna keep spreading the word. Okay. That's how you build generational wealth. You don't give up. You keep going. We all have setbacks. We all get let down at times, right? But we just got to keep on going. Celebrate the small wins, no matter how small it is. Just celebrate it. Okay. So, that being said, let me give you some examples, okay, on why the small wins matter. Here's some real life examples. I got two for you, but I'm going to start with athletes, okay? So, think about your favorite athlete, right? Whether they done won a championship, won a race, went to the Olympics, whatever it is, they didn't get there overnight, right? They had to train daily so they could build their muscle and their endurance. Just like if you want to run a marathon, right? You don't start off just sprinting. You don't start off with marathons, you build up to it. You run every day, you train, you build your endurance so that you can finish that marathon, right? Same thing when it comes to athletes. They train every single day in and day out. Why you think they have practices? Basketball, football, baseball, even track and stuff. They practice, right? They all practice every single day because practice makes perfect. And anything worth having means you got to put the work in. Another example, okay? Us, parentpreneurs, entrepreneurs, right? We build businesses through increasing our sales. When we first start off, we all starting at zero, right? But then we make that first sale, and then the next, and then the next. And before we know it, we done made 1K. Then we made 10K. Then we made 100K. Then we up to a million, right? It goes from there. But you got to keep going. You're gonna have setbacks. Things are gonna happen. They're gonna knock you back. But the more you celebrate those small wins, the more motivation you have to keep going. As long as you got that vision that we talked about at the beginning of this month, right? Because your vision is your why. That's something else that's going to keep you going. But remembering to celebrate those small wins that you have is going to make it even better. It's going to make it even easier, right? Now, I'm going to give y'all an exercise to help you start tracking your small wins so you can build that momentum in your business, build it in your life. You're a parent, right? Say you have a toddler. We'll go with a toddler, right? So all toddlers, we know we got to do the potty training, right? So what do you think would happen if you never celebrated when your toddler actually used the bathroom, right? So we put them on the potty, they use the bathroom, and we'll make no fuss about it. We're just like, all right, take them off, put their puller back on, and then we expect them to do it again the next time, right? But what keeps them motivated? When we celebrate it, when we clap, we go, "Yay, you used the potty, big girl or big boy." You know what I'm saying? Celebrate it. Make it a major event for them so they feel happy and they know they did something good, right? And the more you do that, the easier potty training becomes because they want that reward that they get. They want the recognition. You're just like that too. We may not be potty training, right? But we're building generational wealth. So we got to remember to celebrate all of our wins. Every time we do something right, every time we talk to someone and get a yes, even when we get a no, sometimes we need to celebrate those no's too, because it's like, okay, this was a no. That means they might not have been right for me right now, or maybe my offer wasn't right for them, right? But there's someone else it is for. So let me keep talking to more people. Let me keep building more relationships, putting myself out there. Celebrate it all. Celebrate your wins, celebrate your losses, right? And I know you're probably like, that sounds kind of counterintuitive, right? Why would I celebrate my losses? Because your losses are really lessons. It's not really a loss. You're gaining because now you know what doesn't work and you can start focusing on what does, right? So, in order to complete this little exercise that I got for y'all, this is what you're going to do. Step one, you need to first define what a small win looks like for you. What does a small win look like for you? Take some time, think about it. What counts as a small win? Once you figure that out, okay, I want you to have like a spreadsheet or an app or, journal, paper, pencil, whatever you want to use. Okay. I want you to start tracking those wins because over time, you're going to be able to look back on it. You're going to be like, oh, especially when times get hard, right? Being able to sit there and look back at the wins that you had, be like, it can make you think, like, okay, what was I doing when I had this win? How can I get another win like this? It's going to keep you motivated, but it's also going to help spark new ideas, right? Spark your creativity when you're feeling overwhelmed and you're feeling like, oh man, I just want to give up. You got that strong vision, you tracking your small wins, you're not going to want to give up. You're going to want to keep going. Like, I got this. What a win. Look at this. Look at all these wins. Look at all these wins I've had, right? I did this, that. You can start listing out the things. Celebrate yourself, just like you would celebrate your toddler potty training successfully, right? Or any other milestone, your kid graduating high school or middle school or elementary, right? Kindergarten graduation. That's a big thing too, right? There's big milestones. So that's why step three is for you to set some milestones and not just set them, put some rewards attached to them. Be like, okay, if I reach out to 10 of my target market today and start building relationships, 10 people I've never talked to before, and start building a relationship with them, and I get to 10 by let's say not the day, right? The week. Let's say I talked to 10 new people this week. and I have a conversation, right? Shoot my shot. I get to go to the beach, or I get to, whatever, fill in the blank with whatever's going to motivate you as a reward. Maybe you're like, hey, if I make X amount of dollars in sales this week, I'm going to go buy me a new piece of jewelry or a new shirt, or I'm going to go out to eat, or I'm going to go to the movies, right? It doesn't have to be that you're spending money. Maybe you allow yourself a rest day. All right, so if I make this amount of money by Thursday, I'm not going to work at all Friday. That's going to be my rest day, right? It's a reward. It's going to keep you motivated. These are just three small steps, but they're powerful. You got to define what a small win looks like for you. Then you need to track those wins and then make sure that you're rewarding yourself when you reach these milestones. But you have to first set the milestones, just like with a goal, right? You got a big goal for the year, but you got to break it down into quarterly, and you could break it down further into monthly, right? So if I hit my goal this month, I get this. If I hit my goal next month, I get this. If I hit my quarterly goal, I get this, right? Because it's going to keep you on track. It's going to keep you motivated. So you might be wondering, like, okay, why am I tracking all these small wins? Like, what does that help me in the long time, in the long run, right? How does that help me? And I'm going to tell you, because it helps with your long-term success. Why? Because, like I said, consistency, those small wins add up, right? It breeds confidence. You're going to become more confident, right? So you're going to start taking bigger actions, bolder actions, putting yourself out there more, sharing your offers, right? Sharing your products, sharing your services with other people, asking for those referrals, attending those networking events, making those connections, because that's all creating momentum. All these small wins create momentum, and it leads to bigger wins. And those bigger wins are what really solidify your long term success, because the more you have of those small wins, the more it leads to bigger wins and bigger wins and bigger wins. And it keeps you motivated to keep going. Okay. Because long term success, and I know y'all know this, is a direct result of daily action. So, what you're doing every single day actually matters. So, make it intentional. Make what you're doing every single day intentional. Be purposeful with it. Make sure it's aligning with your vision, so that these small wins aren't just small wins for the sake of having small wins, right? It's not a vanity metric. It becomes a metric that you can actually use, that's actually contributing to your long-term success, contributing to you achieving that vision that you have. Okay. So, what I want you to do, all right, is, oh, I'll keep this slide on for a minute. What I want y'all to do is, below this video, I want you to share one small win that you had this week. Okay. Just one small win from the past week. All right. And that's going to be the first win that you celebrate, because I want you to celebrate it. I'll celebrate with you. If you comment your win, I will celebrate with you. I'm going to cheer you on. Believe me. Okay. So next week, though, because y'all know I always end the videos with what we talking about next week, we going to talk about 5 simple ways to start building wealth this month. We're ending February with this video because I want to set you up for success going into March. So the last video of this month is going to be 5 simple ways to build wealth. So y'all already know what to do, right? Like this video, subscribe to the channel, turn on your notifications, invite other people to come watch the video, right? Learn. And if you're feeling called, join me and build your legacy. I still got some spots left for the founding members, okay? But once they're gone, they're gone. And you do not want to miss out on the bonuses that I have for this. But we'll talk about that on next week's video. In the meantime, thank you so much for watching me. I hope you guys have a beautiful week, and I will see you next Friday. All right, bye.